Mate, what is with all these NRL fantasy podcasts? They all sound the fucking same. Welcome to the Echo Chamber.
Good evening and welcome to the Echo Chamber for the Monday night round review of round 11. Fair few injuries to get to and some really good games over the weekend. Joining me tonight is B from the United States of America. He's our LGBTQ plus correspondent. How you doing tonight, B?
Hi, mate. How you doing on this fine evening?
Yeah, I'm doing good. And we've got a celebratory Sharkies fan, the ginger from down south. Rudes, how you doing, mate?
Pretty good, mate. I've been told all week I need to be a bit more positive. So this week, I'm really overjoyed by the opportunity I've gained to have 4 players injured. I'm just excited about how that's going to go going forward.
Yep, lots of injuries over the weekend, and that's the best way to look at it, is who can we now bring into our team that will get injured this week. So let's move forward with that amazingness. How did you go this week? I got 1,001. I gained some ranks. It was a pretty good effort for me.
I ended up pumping out a 965 round rank of 7,263. So I made a little bit of ranks. I'm still fair bit behind you fellas, but I'm catching up slowly.
And Rude?
Yeah, I'm continuing to slide ranks at the moment, so I got 922. But you know what? At least I dodged Jacob Saifidi, so positive.
Yeah, I also dodged Jacob after talking him up a fair bit. I ended up only doing the 2 trades last week, so I'm pretty happy to have dodged that. My 1,001 actually got me a round rank of 1746. So if you got over a K last week, you were doing really well. So I've climbed back up into the top 2,000, and we're going to keep pushing it up. It was good. Got to give a shout out to our boy Jay-Z. He couldn't join us tonight. Hopefully he's on the TLT potty tomorrow. Moved into rank 11 overall. Absolutely killing it. Every single player he touches turns to fucking gold. Brings in Ewan Aiken. Gets himself a meat pie. So, you need to listen to the bloke. He is the fantasy whisperer. He's doing really well.
I'm pretty sure he's cheating, to be honest.
Yeah, you reckon he's hacking?
I don't know how, but he's cheating somehow.
He is.
No one's doing better than me without cheating.
He is the stats guy.
I'm with you. Fuck it. This is cheating.
He is the stats guy. So yeah, pretty good round. I mean, we all played 16 in the end because our poor boy Egan did his ACL in like the 6th or 7th minute, and he's now looks like he's gone for the year. So pretty sad. Some pretty big injuries over the weekend. One of the worst knockouts I've seen, and we'll talk about it. And that was in the Manly game. Poor fucking Jake Turbo. He was on a different planet for a little while there. So we'll have to have a chat about Gerbo. First game of the round was the Knights and the Eels on Friday. There was no Thursday game last week because of the female state of origin. And by the time Friday night come around, I was jonesing for some rugby league. Did you catch this game?
Yeah, I did. It was quite a boring game, to be honest. The Knights continue to disappoint at every interval, no matter how hard they try, and they're not really trying that much, to be honest.
Yeah, this was a bit of a spoon bowl, is what it was called. This is the wooden spoon playoff game. Fantasy-wise, KPP with a good score, so you'd be happy about that one, weren't you, Rudes?
Yep. I must say it would have been nice if he didn't go and get himself sin binned, to be honest. But and that was annoying. Like Mitch Moses in that tackle moves his hand up and pretty much slaps KPP in the face. So KPP pushes Moses down and gets sin binned for it. Yeah. I'm like, it's a bit of give and take here, mate.
I hate Moses.
Oh, I hate Moses. What a grub.
I fucking hate Moses.
He is a little bit of a bitch, isn't he? So let's get to some of the injuries that came out of this Knights game. Dylan Lucas under an injury cloud, even though we haven't heard anything, so that's actually quite encouraging, the fact that we haven't heard anything about that. Fletcher Sharp looked like he was injury, and he's under an injury cloud. Jacob Saifidi is obviously out for a few weeks, and a lot of people bringing him in as that mid cover over the next few weeks. So Ponga also didn't look 100%, but he hasn't looked good for weeks now.
I
Knights are in
think
a bit of
Ponga's
trouble.
still nestling that rib injury that everyone's been talking about, and that's just not really going to go away without having a good couple of weeks by, which
Yeah.
he's just not going to get because the Knights are continuing to fall down the ladder.
Yeah. You brought in Saifidi, did you not, be?
Yeah, fuck, that was a bit of a mistake, eh? Not too happy with that.
What are you going to trade him straight back out? Or are you going to try and hold him till he comes back? At least you get the second half of the coverage.
Nah, fuck it, bro. He's out immediately. I'm pissed off, so I'm going him.
Yeah.
He's out. He's out this week. Definitely out.
Yep.
I got to give a bit of a shout out to Big Mo Lover. Like he was telling me earlier last week that he was saying in the chat, Jacob Saifidi is a shot for Origin, and I was laughing at him. And then right before the week started, the rumors were coming out that Team A was getting dropped and Jacob Saifidi was the front runner. So he sure made me look like a fucking idiot.
Got to feel
but I don't. I don't know who's dumber in this situation. Me, Big Mo Lover, or the fucking New South Wales coach.
Well,
Why the fuck is Jacob Saifidi in a front running position for the bench?
It's obviously Laurie Daly, mate. He's lost his banana, and we'll get to the teams or state of origin at some point, I'm sure, during this next 3.5 hours of this podcast. But yeah, Knights are in a lot of trouble after this game. There's no structure from any of their attacking players. Fletcher Sharp finally had a game where he didn't score a try, so his base just wasn't there because his try wasn't there. Just not a good game for Knights. Eels, on the other hand, they'll be really happy they finally got a couple wins on the board now. So Mitch Moses looked good again, come back with his 62. Fortunately, he's gone away to Origin. But yeah, be interesting to see what happens with Kit K now. No Moses on his side. How he goes back to scoring. Averages we've seen earlier was 41 point something without Moses and 41 with Moses. So the stats say it's not going to change too much for him, but he has looked really good the last couple of weeks. If you've got him, you'll be happy to play him this week. Don't really think. You still got a Yongi, B?
No, I got rid of him real early. Missed a little bit of price rises, but I'm kind of glad I don't have him anymore, to be honest.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if people are actually going to hold him, play him this week or not.
I'll tell you what though, instead of Yongi, another outside back on the Eels, who since Moses has come back has been, I can't even do the math quick enough, but scores of 58, 68, 59, and 50 all since Moses come back.
Attica?
The Fox.
Yeah.
He's been fucking killing it, dude. That's crazy.
He hasn't even been scoring biggest mob tries either. It's just been...
Yeah, the last two he had no tries. First two he had a double in each, but he's playing good.
Now that doesn't mean go and buy him, because the moment
you don't want to pay 600k for Josh Adokar.
The moment you do, you get a savage 13. So
he got 8 tackle busts and 2 turnovers this game. Like he's just simply, these aren't base stats.
Yeah.
Plus, hey, I never said he was a buy. I said he's playing good.
Yeah.
Which is a fact.
Yeah, he has been mean. He has been mean. I actually thought he was at least in contention for the Origins call up, given he's been there before. If Lomax and Kiraz still have those injury clouds, but
yeah, I guess that's a decent segue to move into the next game. If there's nothing else to talk about in this one, because it was the Spoon Bowl and it wasn't very exciting. It was moving into an exciting game with a really good finish, and that was the Bulldogs and the Roosters. We'll talk about the Bulldogs first. They've got half their starting side suspended, and now Jacob Kiraz has gone down with an injury. So he's got he's about 4 to 6 weeks, I think.
That's what I've heard.
I can bring
he's gone for a while. Even best case scenario, because of the way the the Dogs' buys are. If he only gets he's only going to be out 4 weeks. There's a
7.
good chance he won't be back to round 17 because of the Dogs' buy.
Yeah, so it's got round 16 here, which means he won't be back to round 17.
Yeah, so he has to be sold. Unfortunately, he's just gone too much of Origin. You can't hold him through it.
Yeah.
It's as which is a shame. He's probably like one of the top scoring centers in the game at the moment.
You think he would have made Origin?
I don't think he was going to make it over Lomax because Lomax put such a good performance the game before, and like Toa's a lock. Like Toa was never going to get out of it.
Yeah.
I didn't see Kiraz breaking it, but damn, Kiraz put his best foot forward in this game. He was phenomenal in this match.
So one player that did make Origin was Max King. And he...
I thought you were going to say Robert Toya, sorry. Jumping the gun.
Yeah, dude. We're not up to the Roosters yet, mate. We're still talking about the Bulldogs. And Big Maxi King.
Shout out Jay-Z.
Yeah, dude. Shout out Jay-Z. Brought in, gave him some Jay-Z juice, and he goes and fucking completely fucks him by going to Origin.
The juice was too strong.
Yeah, juice was too strong. He fucking performed too well. I mean, who knows? If the Saifidi injury doesn't happen, then maybe it's a brilliant play, but Saifidi's gone, so Maxi King's in the team. And then the other probably relevant player there was Kurt Mann, who's gone away to the Queensland camp. So TLT tomorrow is going to be really interesting for the Bulldogs. We'll have to wait and see what happens across that team and if there's any buys or anything like that. Your boy Blake Taff might get a run there, really.
Oh, mate. I was about to say I'm hoping the Dogs lose next week, but with Blake Taff in the team, there's just no chance of that happening. Yeah, no, fucking Isaiah Katoa's going to be made the bitch of Blake Taff next week.
Fuck me. That's a big call. So Saluka Fafita got injured as well in this game, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Yeah, concussion. So
concussion, that's right. Second time.
Yeah, and then, yeah.
Because Max King got away with the first one when it looked like he was concussed, but got up all good.
Yeah.
Fuck, Lenu put in some big collisions this game.
Yeah, he was hurting people. All right, we'll talk about the Roosters because I don't think there's anything else. Matty Burton, interesting. Let's have a quick conversation about Matty.
He's got his goal kicking back, which is what you want to see.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know why he's just not scoring great. Like with a try, only 56.
Well, his run meters are down and his missed tackles are up. So
well, that'll be it. But it's like I don't think it's enough to go in and buy now. Like he's low.
Yeah,
you kind of you're betting on a bit of a bounce back. Like him slowly getting his scores back up the top.
Yeah, if you needed a half this week and you can't afford a Katoa or a Fogarty.
I think if you're at that point, you probably take the risk, eh?
It's the three. He's probably the third best option this week if you need a half.
So you got Eli Katoa first, I presume, and what Fogs as well.
Fogarty second, yeah.
I rate that.
Yeah, and then
I just don't trust the kick split. I feel like it'd fucking flip flop every week depending on the game.
Well, the last 2 weeks he's been back. It's 400 and 545, so he's definitely the dominant kicker.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's gonna be the issue. It's just he's just not running enough, as you said.
And yeah, he's just not running the ball, so his tackle breaks it down. It's just a snowball from that. Definitely one to watch though, because if he does get that, like his break even's 39 this week, he's priced at 41. So if you
buy him, I think you'd probably want to buy him this week, wouldn't you?
Well, you need him that's what I'm saying. You need him for the buy round, right?
Yeah.
I will be looking at round 15 because I sort of need a half for round 18. So I'm just watching Burton.
I need a half round 15, given I don't want to play LKT.
Yeah, so that's the other thing, right? Like, if you bring him in that round 15, you get him for round 18. He's not the worst player, but I'm not buying him this week. And I'll talk about that in the TLT tomorrow, I'm sure. But Roosters, you just mentioned this team sort of gave it away to the Bulldogs there at the end.
It's rare that I am barracking for the Roosters, but because I'm a Dogs hater at the moment, I was fucking cheering them on. But man, they were not good this game. No. Noah is lucky he scored that phenomenal try, but otherwise I'd be calling for his head. He was despicable under the high ball this game. absolutely
So,
despicable.
so if Noah doesn't have the 6 errors, like imagine what his score is. Like if he holds the ball, like he's close to like 80 or 90.
But it's not even
what's
just.
that, 12?
It's not just the negative
The
12
12
from
point.
6 hours. He also gets more kick defusals,
Yeah.
more run meters.
Yeah.
Like he goes nuclear if he can actually catch
Yeah.
the fucking ball.
Yeah.
But man, he pretty much single-handedly let the dogs back into this game. But at the same time, the rest of the Roosters were not good this match. They were all over the shop. The Roosters started really good in the first 25 with Lenu and White absolutely dominating down the middle. And then Robinson took him off and just didn't bring him back on till like the game was over. It wasn't over, but like the game was well and truly in the cusp when they should have been coming earlier to help close it out. Like Lenu didn't come on till the last 8 minutes.
So White is injured. When is he back?
He's back around 15.
Back
The estimate.
Back around 15. So what are you thinking? So
Depends how many injuries you have this week. If you have a lot, if you have 4 injuries and White's one of them, White's probably the last one you sell.
Yeah.
Because, Egan's gone for the season.
He misses 2
Kiraz,
games. If he's back around 15, he actually only misses 2 games.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
The question is, like, you're holding him just for the buy coverage because, like, his money's made. I'm firmly of the belief he peaked last week. He's now going to be in a downward trend unless he puts out a really good score when he's back, which I'm not anticipating.
We are also talking about from a perspective where we started the season with him. If you're someone that brought him in the last couple of weeks for the buy coverage, you're just going to hold him because it is only 2 games you miss, and you're trying to figure something out.
Yeah, I don't hate holding White. Like I'm holding Couchman already, so that's kind of influencing my opinion a bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to be holding them both.
Yeah.
But it's not the worst if you do.
So Robert Toyer has made the Queensland side somehow. I'm not a selector. I don't understand the decision. He's played 10 games of first grade rugby league. Apparently Billy's seen enough to get him in the team, so let's just wait and see how he goes. How important was Toya to your Origin plans, really?
I sold him weeks ago.
Oh, you don't have him. B, did you have him?
No, I sold.
Yeah, man, I still have him. I've lived through the 98, the 20s.
Yep.
But yeah, I was very fucking disappointed to learn that. Well, I mean, happy for him, but also very pissed off because now I needed a centre this week. So
What's your plan?
yeah. All right, the news is dropping right now. I am bringing in my pod of the year, and it's going to be Tomoko.
Gonna bring in Timoko. Well,
Yes.
I like how you say his name too. It's rolls off your tongue.
It's very sexy.
Yeah,
I'm aroused now.
Yeah, dude. Look.
Yeah, bringing in Maddie.
I don't hate it. Like, how many Raiders do you have in your team right now?
I've got Starling, I've got Horse, I've got Tamale, I've got Timoko, and I've got another one, which I'll talk about later. Nah.
So,
Man.
all right, we'll talk about that when we get to the Raiders game. Yeah. All right, that's an interesting plan. I'm just going to try and hold Toya, because I think we absolutely
I'm holding.
I think we absolutely get belted in State of Origin, and maybe there's a different center for game 2.
When's Talangi back? Is that the real question? That's the spot he's got.
I can tell you in a second.
TBC. Half injury.
Half
injuries aren't generally too long, are they?
Never.
Oh, he's gone. He's dead.
Yeah,
you hit him with a car.
He's joined Tom Chester and Elam Lukey in the fucking reserve bin. I don't know. I'm gonna hold Toya. I don't expect him to play game 2. He just misses the
I'm holding.
game. Me. There's been some interesting chat, and they'll talk probably a little bit more about this tomorrow with Victor Radley. Break even, getting down. Break even of 30. he's got Jewel. There's going to be big holes in this Roosters pack now, with Collins going, White being out, Lenu going to Origin. And I don't expect either of them to be dropped for games 2 or 3. Any interest, boys?
No.
You just don't like Radley?
Oh man, like he needs big minutes, and I mean like close to 80 big minutes to be good, in my opinion. And like you're gonna have those suspension risks. I think if you want to get someone who's probably going to benefit a lot from these injuries and from the people going away, someone like Blake Steep's actually probably a better shout. But even then, I'd say against it because, as you said, White's only gone 2 weeks. The Roosters play a late game next week, so you imagine Lindsay's going to back up. When do they play? Roosters play the second last game.
So Blake Steep, let's just have a quick chat because I did have a look at him. His break even's 23. So Critter's gone, Collins is gone, Lenu's gone, White's gone, and so that he's probably going to play decent minutes, right?
Yeah.
I don't hate it. He's never played big minutes though. What, 46 is his biggest?
Yeah. I know. I'm against it personally, but again, I think most of the Roosters will back up. Like Watson will most certainly back up. I think Lindsay Collins will back up. I think Angus Crichton may or may not, but I'd be inclined to think he will.
Yeah.
Given Roosters are not in a great spot on the ladder, I don't really see there being a lot of value chasing a Roosters player because of these injuries at the moment, because of White's injury and because of the Origin players.
Yeah, fair.
Unless you're doing it just solely for this week. Yep. And I will talk about one that I am doing it just solely for the actual buy and Origin weeks, which is round 2.
Oh, we could just skip that, man, because that's just... No, go ahead.
But yeah, like I think you can do worse than Blake Steep, but I also don't think you need it.
Talk up Zach Docker Clay, mate. Tell us where your brain's at with this one.
I need a hooker for... Well, I need a mid for next week, because I have Aaron Clark.
This week, but
can switch. Yeah, so he can switch to hooker or mid, and I need a hooker for rounds 15 and 18. Now, I could either buy a mid this week, and then I would still need to buy a hooker later on, or I can buy a hooker that covers all 3, move Clark down this week to mid, and I'm only buying one player, which is 2 less trades to bring in and bring out. So I think Zach Docker Clay's got some money to make here.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be much. I'm only going to be playing him 3 weeks. The rest of the time he's going to be hiding down in my emergencies. Because the only week that we do play a full 17 is the week that the Roosters have the bye anyway.
So do you expect him to make you any money, or are you literally just buying for the scores he could possibly get in your 3 bye rounds to help your team out?
I don't know. I'm willing to accept that he might not make me money, because I think he's going to put up good scores on the bye rounds, because I think he'll play 80, or if not, he'll play damn close to it. And he'll put up a very good score.
Yeah.
But the concern is, will he just fuck his BE straight off the bat the next week? If, as I said, we're anticipating Watson will be back. You imagine he might go back to the shitty interchange of like 15 to 30 minutes. But if there's going to be a period where he gets more minutes, I would argue it would be during the Origin backup rounds.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to make your mind up tomorrow once the teams are announced, right? See if there's someone else on the bench or something stupid like that. So
yeah, but people need hookers at the moment, and I think he's one that's...
Well, B doesn't need hookers because B's got fucking...
He has 3 in his team.
I've got a mass amount of hookers.
He loves it. He loves himself a hooker, old B. So, yeah, okay. The one player I'm looking at bringing in, and it's a direct swap for Kiraz, and that's Tedesco.
Yeah. Do you have any concern that if the Blues lose game 1,
they're not losing? Have you seen that Queensland team? They're not losing, man.
Yeah, but the Blues have perfected the art of losing to bad Queensland teams.
Mate,
So I
Queenslanders love being the underdog too.
Yeah,
I love it. I
there's
love it. Oh, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose.
there's a reason they're the underdogs, mate. That team is fucking shit.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but I have some concerns with the way the Blues team set up, and again, the Blues always find a way to turn what should be a straightforward series
Yep.
into a losing one.
All right, well, I think we spent enough time on this Bulldogs Roosters.
Yeah,
The-
just
the
one
main-
more thing:
Yeah, mate.
the Roosters absolutely fucking suck. How the hell did they lose that
Yeah,
game?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
A final thing with Radley, I'm waiting for Jay-Z to buy him. Then I'll buy him.
Well, Jay-Z is high on him, man, and he'll talk about it
Yeah,
tomorrow if
I'm
he
waiting.
does the pod. So if he does,
I'm waiting.
I might just follow him just
Yep.
because rank 11. You know what I mean?
Oh, don't fall for
Yep,
that.
get the fucking
Jay will
juice.
player up,
Get the
and then he'll
Jay-Z.
not buy him.
Yeah, you got to make sure he's in the
That's for
team.
me.
Gotta-
Yeah.
He talked up KPP, went, oh, fucking great buy. I went and bought him, so I'm like, he's actually got some good points, but KPP's been really stepping it up. Then KPP puts up a 45 last week, and I find out it's because Jay-Z didn't buy him.
Yeah.
The absolute dog.
That's why. That
Set
is
me
why.
up.
Right, we don't have to talk about the next game if you don't want to. We can just skip it.
Oh, but it's so funny.
The 5:30 and fucking up in Queensland, Cowboys absolutely stunk it up. Absolutely dominated the game possession wise, but we were fucking shit. Moved Jackson Purdue from center to 5'8", and not blaming this on Jackson whatsoever. He did his job and he did what he was meant to do at 5'8". The person I'm blaming is Scotty Drinkwater. He's been our talisman and he is a Doc Roxon Diamond type of player, but he tried way too hard in this game to make things happen instead of just playing his normal game. Some of that play down the left hand side was just not up to NRL standard. So a lot of the blame's got to rest on Scotty's shoulders. I also think our forwards were just atrocious. Like, I don't think any of our forwards done well whatsoever. Now, I may have been the only one to get over 100 meters.
Jeez.
Like, it was.
I didn't actually manage to catch this game. What was the halves for the Cowboys actually working pretty well?
Oh, look,
That's the concern I had. Is that you had 2 6s.
well, we have three. We're playing 3 6s. Drinkwater's not a proper fullback yet. When he's on attack, he's still a 5'8", right? And he's not. Yeah, he's still just trying to be a 5'8". I don't know. It will work. They just need some time together. Because this week he's not going to be partnering Dearden. He's going to be partnering fucking old mate. So Cliff Dog. So we'll just see. Cohen Hess, 32 minutes. He just needs to get fit and get big minutes into him. I need to see Cohen Hess with 50 minutes. 32 run meters for Cohen Hess. Like, he's meant to be our enforcer, man. You know, we had no Cotter, we had no Tomalolo, and just none of our forwards stood up. Thomas McKaylee, 25 minutes, he ran for 19 meters. It was just not good enough from our front rowers. And you know, the fact that we had the ball like 30 something times inside their 20 meter mark, and we scored 6 points. Yeah, just wasn't good enough from us whatsoever. And the Manly, they didn't play well, but they just took advantage of our mistakes.
But from the highs I saw, they defended pretty well.
Oh, they did.
I wouldn't
They did.
give too much slack to them. I don't think they won their game either, but they definitely played to some defensive points.
Yeah, they did. Like, Ola Kawadu was huge, man.
Oh,
He's an
been
absolute
great.
fucking beast, mate. Like,
He's a monster, bro.
but yeah, so there's not too much relevant in this game apart from Jazz Tavanga, who, thanks to Jake Clifford getting sent to like another universe for about 3 or 4 minutes, got to play big minutes at lock. And I tell you what, Eddie, he was super depressed because Jazz went off with a HIA in like the first 10 minutes. And then Jake went down and Jazz came back on because he passed. So he had a roller coaster of emotions in this game, and to get a 54 out of Jazz is exactly what you're looking for. And I need to apologise to you, Ridley, because I should have foreseen that Jake was going to get KO'd and like sent to the nether realm, and that Jazz would get a 50 this week, mate. So
Yeah, it's been a bit of a bailout for Jazz, to be honest, the Gerbo injury again. But I think if you got him a couple of weeks back, like we were talking about, it's definitely worked out for you.
Yep.
And you're probably selling him in round 13 after he's made you a good bit of cash and got you through the first buy, which is probably all you could really ask for him.
Did you see the knockout, B?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to pull this up.
You're gonna have to go and have a look at it, man, because it was sickening. It was a sickening clash. He just got his head in the wrong spot and just got absolutely folded. And he was just going like eyes rolled in the back of his head and just like limp on the ground. It was pretty disturbing. It's just definitely no guarantee that he's back next week.
Well, he wouldn't be. Cat 1, HIA, he's gone. Oh, you mean this week? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no definite he's back round 13, is what I mean. So, do they even play round 13, or did Manly get a bye?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
Manly look like... I know they're playing the Broncos, so they'd hope to have him back for that game, but... Yeah, we'll have to wait. He's got to pass all the protocols and stuff like that. Corey Waddell got himself a decent score. Bench Voyevich with a try, 73. Ruben Garrick, he's become so important over Origin, and there's a lot of people looking at buying him this week. Where you at with that?
I don't hate it, but it's a lot to pay. 600k. Like,
we paid that. We paid that at the start of the year, though, didn't we?
Yeah, I think there's better options. Like, especially for wing fullback and centre, like, it's not bad, which you rather just fork out the extra money and get, someone like Farnworth, because he is going to be an elite scorer in that position. Saying that, I'm still a Farnworth hater. But...
Yeah, I don't know. I think
you hate on greatness, is what I'm starting to realise.
That's true. I'm a Shark supporter after all.
And yet he loves
no mediocrity.
And yet he loves Blake Taft, mate. So I don't know.
Oh well, that's a special exception, I think. He's on another level of greatness.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, I mean, just real quick on Garrick, he was 580k when he started the year, and I'm just going to say it. He was an option, like a really good option then. He's still a good option. He only misses one game throughout the bye period. So he's just someone you can just lock in that centre wing fullback if you don't have him. I know JC's not going to buy him because he hates him. And he was a real cat in this fucking Cowboys game. But he just scores points for you. So, and...
you can't go too wrong with someone who's a goal-kicking centre.
And there's Parramatta, Newcastle, and Gold Coast in their next 4 games.
Like, they're going to score some fucking points.
And he's going to be kicking some goals. So,
yeah.
I don't mind the Ruben Garrick. Ruben Garrick, cool whatsoever. I think that's about it for that shitty game. No one really cared about it. It was trash.
Tommy Turbo with a 2. Gotta give a shout out to the boy himself. Absolute weapon.
I actually missed a game. We need to go back. But yeah, Tommy Turbo with a 2. He's going to be under 400k, man, if he keeps this up.
I still won't pick him up.
Still don't even want to buy him.
He could be negative 200k, and I wouldn't pick him up.
That's Reece Walsh effort, man. He looked really injured too, though, didn't he? He was really ginger in this game. Yeah, well, not good at all. I do have to go back one game because I missed the Dolphins and the Warriors, which was a fucking amazing game.
The Waz.
5 in a row now. Absolutely killing it, the Waz.
I do love how they're sitting, second on the ladder with a point difference of 5. I absolutely love it.
That just goes to show
they're winning.
They're winning the close ones.
Yeah, they're only winning close ones. They haven't won a big score yet.
Yeah, but it goes to show how tight this is, man. How tight this year is. It's insane. So really good game this. Unfortunately, Tom Gilbert got injured, so there goes a State of Origin player for Queensland. So that was pretty shocking for us. Herbie, really good game. He was on like 50 or something coming into the last few minutes, and Jay-Z pops up in the chat. He's like, "Oh, this is when Herbie shines. He gets his junk minutes." And he comes out and he gets a fucking great try. So, yeah, once again, Jay-Z with the fucking Nostradamus bullshit.
I hate Conworth.
Yeah. I know it's a lot of money for a dedicated center, but, mate, he is absolutely killing it this year.
He's doing phenomenal.
Yeah. 8 tackle breaks, mate.
Just on Gilbert going down, Max Plath is back next week.
Maybe.
That's amazing. I know it's not something we need to talk about too much, but is there some interest there?
Yeah, 100%. He needs to be back, though. Like, I don't want to hear anything about minutes being managed or anything like that. It's going to be Plath back in the number 13.
Oh, scratch up. Number 13, round 13, they have a bye anyway,
Yeah,
so he's back to the bye.
Round 14.
Not back to round 14. Yeah. A bit too early to talk about it, but definitely something to consider when it comes up.
Yeah, so there's an option for like a mid round 14, and I think do they play 15 and 18? Can't remember.
They don't play 18, they only play 15.
They only play 15.
It seems a bit shit, to be honest.
Yeah, you take a little bit of shine off that. Now, ICAT, is he the second best?
Animal.
Is he the second best 7 in the game right now?
Yes.
I reckon he is.
Talking fantasy or actual?
Oh, fantasy. Fantasy.
Yeah.
Not, like he's just gapped Gap Fogarty the last few weeks. And I think it's crazy because it was the second half of the Raiders game when Fogarty came out and controlled the game and actually taught him a lesson. That ever since then, he's been amazing.
I think ICAT's just running so much, which is really allowing him to pick up scores elsewhere.
Yeah. 3 turnover tackles, mate.
Yeah.
26 tackles. Like, his base is there.
Yeah, well, it's because the Dolphins are playing a high percentage of they're not making errors. They're playing just a real good, simple game of footy that keeps the ball alive. Which I think is why a lot of their players are actually scoring pretty decently. It's because they're getting a lot of tackles because the ball's in play a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's really benefiting ICAT. Also, his missed tackles have gone down quite significantly over the last 3 weeks, which has also coincided with his big scores.
Yep.
It's a lot to pay now. He's now priced at 56. I think that's probably a little bit more than I actually expect him to average. I think he's put up some big scores, but he hasn't had many TAs in the last. No TAs in the game.
No try involvements.
No try involvements in the last 2 weeks, man. The last 2 weeks.
Maybe I'm being harsh.
No try involvements.
Maybe if I had 4 trades this week, I reckon I'd be targeting him.
Well, I got him last week. I just bit the bullet. As I said, I wanted him round 9. Couldn't get him. I made the mistake of not getting him. So I fixed
celebrating for it.
Yeah, he's done well.
Actually, I can't talk anyone out of getting him. I think he's gonna be an elite half.
Yep.
He's young, so he shouldn't get it. Hopefully, shouldn't get injured. Only issue is 3 buys to go.
Yes.
But the Finns' run home isn't too bad, to be honest. Like, really, I haven't got many tough games in here at all.
And I think he's apart from that round 18 bye, he's a pretty easy hold. Like
I actually, I like him a lot now. I think I've talked myself into him looking more at his stats.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
He's going to be season-long keeper. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be trading him.
No, I agree. I agree completely. You've got other reasons you want to keep him in your team. We can't really get into that in this podcast, but he's doing really well.
Good player.
Yeah, good player. Fenifuaki is going to go away to Origin camp, but he probably won't play.
So did he actually get into Origin camp?
Yeah, he's like in 20 or 21 or something. Yep, he's going away to Origin camp. I think Hammer got named too, so it's going to be a spot.
That will be in census.
There'll be a spot there at fullback the next couple of weeks, but I don't think anyone.
Do you reckon Farmworth moves there?
I actually don't know, mate.
Because Fuller's still out injured with an ACL.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll wait and see tomorrow. Be interesting.
That would be sick.
I would cry. I'd actually give up.
Herbie gets 300 run meters a game.
His tackle must go from double digits to triple digits.
I got one trade left, and that would probably tempt me.
I think that'd be find a way.
Yeah.
Don't even give a shit anymore. Find a way to have Farnworth into your team.
Yeah,
if he gets
like
fullback.
Joey Mano at fullback, bro.
Yeah.
He won't pass the ball.
You just run it every time. Down to the Wires, who had another really good win. Like they are a good team. And Metcalf is a good halfback. So let's just put that to bed right now. Aaron Clark, 71. What a fucking beast! 72 minutes with Fisher Harris in the side.
Bro, do you own Aaron Clark? I don't remember.
Look, I'll just say this.
Do you own him?
Well, I'm a bit of a talisman for Aaron Clark, right? Since I brought Aaron Clark, he's gone 81, 58, 70, and 71. So I think he can just pay forward all his good form to me personally.
So you bought him. You're telling me you bought him the round
mate.
he scored 81.
I brought him the round he scored 81, mate. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's freakish.
This is the first I'm hearing of this. I have never heard you mention
I did not know that you bought Aaron Clark for an 81.
Turn it up.
Fuck, man.
Turn it up.
B, we've got a mini Jay-Z on the pod here.
Yeah, nowhere near it, mate. I'm about 1,700 ranks away from Jay-Z.
Wait, didn't you buy Haas the round he scored like 100 something too?
I did. Yes,
wow. What the fuck? What's going on?
Alcohol. The key is alcohol. Look, Aaron Clark's still a boy. He is still a boy. If he's going to get,
has said so.
If he gets
him in your team.
If he's still getting 60+ minutes, he's still a boy because.
Oh, he's gonna be the best scoring hooker in the game.
Yeah, and he's got the duel.
Yeah.
You just find a way to get him in your team for the next, and just take the 2 buys and figure it out. He's got 2 buys left. They're major buys. You just need to figure it out. It's going to be a lot easier to hold him for them. We only need to name 13, so figure it out.
Both the starting props out this week. There's 2 as well.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
He's going big.
So Fisher Harris decided he wanted to try to kill somebody. So he's going to spend a few weeks on the sideline. We'll find out tomorrow, I think. What he's
I think he got 1 week, didn't he?
Oh, did he only get 1 week? Have they already done it?
I think he's going at least 1 week, isn't he?
Let's just have a quick look. While we talk shit. I don't think the judiciary's done, is it? No, judiciary's tomorrow night, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tomorrow night, but I thought
I read something that he is for sure missing this week.
Yeah.
So he's going to miss the round 12 clash. Yep.
Yeah. And which points he's missing all 3 major buys. So, as nice as he is.
Yeah, you can't bring in Fisher Harris. Everybody else that got done on the weekend is just getting a fine. So, anybody else?
Origin. So someone in this team is going to get Aaron Clark's going to get huge minutes this week with Fish and Barnett gone.
Is Jackson Ford back?
That's a great question, to be honest.
I think he might be back. And Ford will probably just pick up that slot.
Well, he can't pick up both their minutes, but
he'll pick up one. And Bunty Afoe was out last week too, so I don't know how long Bunty's out for, but he'll come in and he takes some minutes and Kurt Capewell, 29 with the try.
Weapon.
Keep it up.
Can't believe he wasn't named in Origin.
Yeah, fuck. How could they leave him out there? He's the fastest center of all time.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, really good game to watch this one. I really enjoyed it. It was brilliant. I was very happy. I don't think there's anything else. We'll move on to the Sharks and the Storm. You want to just take it away here?
Go for it, Roots.
Oh, this was a stressful game to watch. The Sharks had a very good first 40 minutes, but at 15 minutes when Ramian went down and was ruled out with an eye injury, and then Stone Street went down with a blatant hip drop from Harry Grant that wasn't even penalised.
Of course it wasn't.
Of course not. You know, it's Melbourne Storm. They don't know what a penalty is. Like even when they said they threatened to sin bin Pappenhausen at the end, they still didn't do it. So,
They just got to make it look like they're going to.
oh yeah, yeah. And I really thought that the Sharks were in a world of hurt for the second half with their entire right edge out. And I've talked a lot of shit this year about having Atkinson on the bench, and I still stand by talking that amount of shit because I don't think you need Atkinson and Talakai unless you have a freak occurrence where you lose 2 outside backs in a single game.
Which
And this was
that's what
that
happened.
storm that happened. So clearly, what do I know? Fitzgibbon's a genius and prepared for the rare occurrence that does apparently happen. You know, the second half was tough. Like I remember, I turned off the game for a minute just because the second half started with Storm scoring and then Kennedy dropping the ball 3 fucking times, and I immediately started swearing my ass off at Dally M to be fullback and saying he needs to go fuck off to the Super League. But
You weren't happy with
thank the Lord,
you weren't happy with his 15 and 80 minutes, mate.
I was not.
Okay.
Those errors were really bad from Kennedy at really crucial moments. And I think the Sharks got a bit lucky here that the Storm weren't their best at good points at this game. But I think to say that the Sharks haven't beat a good firing Storm team is underselling how well the Sharks played this game with so many injuries out.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a full strength Sharks team or even close to it, really. Especially with having 2 players down. I'm very happy with how the Sharks went. And just on the end, Pappenhausen hitting Ronaldo in the head whilst he's down is a sin bin offence, and I find it ludicrous he wasn't charged with something more than a fine.
So
If you hit a player that's vulnerable and laying down, that's straight in the bin, no question, and should be charged.
I will just say that Iro did try to decapitate Sewer in like the 6th minute or something.
No,
So-
that was okay. That was a fair penalty and need not be anything else because Sewer grabbed the ball and then instantly did what him and Pappenhausen do, which is fall to the ground.
Yeah, and then your boy came in with like an axe trying to cut his head off.
It was Mulatalo.
Yeah.
And again, like Sewer's like 4 foot tall and decides to drop. Again, perfect penalty. I don't think it needed to be anything more, and it wasn't anything more. I think
Yeah,
it's a
that's
very fair shout.
because Mully missed. If he had a hit, mate, it was all over Red Rover. Anyway,
Yeah,
it was a good game. As a neutral, I really enjoyed watching this game. It was I didn't know who was going to win, and that's how I like to watch my games of rugby league. So Harry Grant got managed. Go, mate.
yeah.
Oh, so I was just going to say, as a Storm hater, I'm actually ecstatic because that's 3 losses in a row now. They lost to the Dolphins. They had a bye round against the Rabbits. They lost to the Raiders. They had another bye against the Tigers, and then they've lost to the Sharks. So that's 3 in a row that the Storm have lost, and they're just falling down the ladder, baby. I am so happy.
They're still 4th.
Yeah.
They're slipping.
They've
They're
dropped,
slipping.
they've dropped to 1 spot.
They're slipping.
Their
They're
point-
slipping, baby.
Their points difference was 135. Like,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the other thing to note
I don't
is
care about
after
the
next
stats.
week,
Fuck the Storm.
the Sharks will have had, and the Storm will have had 2 buys,
yep.
which is really early for them to have buys. And if they're dropping games already, it's not the best sign for them. Now, I still think
Fuck.
the Storm are going to be one of the best teams, and probably the team to beat this year. Despite what Dogs are doing, I still think Storm at the end will come good.
Yep.
But I think this and the last few weeks have really shown that the Storm aren't invulnerable like a lot of us thought they would be going into the season.
Yeah. So my big reason why the Storm aren't doing just absolutely putting 60 on everybody every week like they did the Tigers is Jerome Hughes is not playing very well. So he's off form.
He made a couple questionable decisions here, I would say. After
I think he's hurt.
Yeah. You
I
think he's
a
playing
little
injured?
bitch.
Yeah. I mean, both could be actually true at the same time. They're not mutually exclusive. So he could be playing injured and a bitch.
After they scored that amazing try where Coates jumped and used Atkinson like a step ladder,
Yeah, which was really good.
Hughes gets the ball in the Sharks attacking 10 and kicks it right as a grubber that was just not on. I think that was, I think you're right that Hughes wasn't having a blind like he was last year. But I think we all kind of expected Hughes to come back to reality a bit because he had a career best year last year.
Someone who had an amazing game, and I'm really glad I held and didn't trade, was Cameron Munster. He is back, and he is my one shining hope for this Queensland game. He may be able to do something. So he
was
played really
electric this
well.
game.
Yeah, he played really well.
He
Fuck
tore
Munster,
apart
man,
the
he
Sharks' left edge a few times in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, the Monster looked great. And he always comes good this time of year.
Yeah, he remind everybody he's not an old man that's going to retirement village. He is a really good player. So it's what we needed to see from him, and I'm planning to hold him now over Origin. So just to ride his price rises up.
Fair enough. When do Storm play round 13?
They got two really good
Yeah.
games, round 13, 14.
They play on Saturday. He might back up.
I'd say he back up because of the fact they're not 12 points in front on the ladder.
I don't know, man.
Harry Grant, I don't expect to back up.
They got Wishart. Like, they don't need Munster to back up, really.
Yeah,
And they're
but
versing the Titans that week.
that's what I'm saying. Like I expect a good game out of him.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't think it's a lock in backing up for a Saturday game, like the second game after Origin.
Well, it depends if we get battered
Yeah,
too. Depends if Queensland get battered, mate.
Yeah.
If we get battered, he's going to want to play because he's going to want to get that out of his system real quick.
Fair enough.
Ali Katoa, another good score. He's a good player, mate. I just need to figure out a way. Anything else in this game? Oh, I suppose we should talk about Sharks having no outside backs now.
Yeah, I just really want to shout out Blake Brayley. This game was phenomenal. Not in a fantasy sense as much, but I actually think that's underselling. He got 47 run meters. He ran a lot this game. I don't quite understand how he's only got 47, but he was making the ruck his bitch. So
Yeah, he
really
played
good
well.
game from him.
Yep, he's a good player, mate.
Yep. So on the outside backs, there is going to be some value here in whoever gets this wing spot, because with Stone Street out 6 to 8 weeks, Hirotti's injured from when he took centre a few weeks back. When Iro was out, he got a knee injury, and whilst there's no date on his return, it's not anticipated to be soon. And then you have Katoa, who's still not anticipated back till the last I heard was close to around between around 20 and 22. So whoever's getting this right edge spot is going to be very cheap, and in my view, it's most likely to be one of two people, which is Atkinson, who just put up a not very inspiring 36 in with 2 tries. But then the thing about Atkinson, which I don't think we really want Atkinson, is that he's not great defensively. The option we probably want is Gabriel, who's been tearing it up in the Rezzies for a little bit now, but he's a centre-only player. It might be worth a punt if you're looking for some cheapie to cash out to, and
He's
you
got
kind of want to think a little bit.
there's about 10 weeks there, right?
Yeah, there's a bit of runway here. I think so. And you're buying an outside back in what should be a pretty good team. And I
With a
don't think the
soft draw.
Sharks. Yeah, I don't think the Sharks' draw is too bad for the next few weeks.
Yeah.
1 second, let me just quickly double check that I'm not talking shit. Sydney this week, then bye, then Warriors, St. George, Broncos, Melbourne bye. So it's not terrible. Probably not what you'd want it to be, but
A lot of Origin players are
wouldn't
going to
mind
be
it.
out of them teams.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Roosters this week has got pretty much hasn't got a forward pack. St. George doesn't have any Origin players, so that's not really important. I don't mind it. I'm kind of tempted.
Yeah.
We'll see. Have to see whose names. That's the real question.
Yeah. Now, I'm bringing in Adam Fanua-Blake this week because I got the cash and his break-even's down. So I'm just going to grab him and he's just going to go on my team for the rest of the year. So that's what I'm doing. Decided.
Don't mind it, but his
tempted
units
on,
are inflated.
McInnes.
I am tempted, but I feel like their base is probably about the same, but Fanua-Blake's got to try on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck he does, eh? Feels like every game.
But both will probably have like a low 50s base, but Fanua Blake will get that try and he'll get you an 80 like he did this week. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Fair.
I'll just go. I got the money. I'm just going to pay up and grab him.
No, I don't mind it.
The first game on Sunday at Suncorp, bit of an upset. Let's just say that. And then it was pretty devastating with the injury to Payne Haas and to Paddy Carrigan's was disgusting. Did either of you see his lip?
I did. It's not
Fucking
exactly
bad.
pretty.
Like, he's got to go see a plastic surgeon, and they're just going to be like, it's going to be like the fucking, yeah, he's going to need to spend some time under a knife, poor bloke. He's definitely not a male model anymore.
I don't think he's going to look any uglier than he already did, so I think we're all good.
Oh, mate, them flowing locks.
He's no sexy Cameron McInnes, but you know he's getting there.
I seen
Fuck's sake.
I seen a meme, and it was Payne Haas and Paddy Carrigan sitting side by side, all covered in blood and busted up. And it's like, this is what happens when you let Ezra Mam drive you to the ground. That made me giggle. It's pretty funny.
Can we just touch on something that's not really related to this game too much? But did you see Tapau has been separated from the Broncos immediately for liking a post that spoke poorly of Madge?
So Cobbo can come out and absolutely fucking talk mad shit on a podcast, and Marty hits the like button and gets sacked.
So more importantly, Ezra Mam can get high and hit a kid, but Martin Tapau can't like a post.
Man, it's crazy. Just double standards, man. Like I seen once again. I look at way too many memes, but there's a meme like it was like, oh, Brisbane Broncos backflip on Marty Tapau because they found out he's high. You know,
Can you believe this fucking Zoomer we have here looking at memes?
Mate, I got my PhD.
Two mention of memes in about 30 seconds. I love it.
I got my PhD in memology, mate. I was fucking there when it began.
Dorsky loves the kid audience, mate. He's targeting it.
Nah, fuck that. That's your fucking shit, mate.
Yeah, come on, Roots. Trying to pan off. That's crazy.
Let's get back to the game before we get fucking banned. This game was good. I enjoyed watching this game. It was really bad for the Broncos, though. They should not have lost this game. There were some really bad performances by some of the key players. Adam Reynolds just looked off his game. Didn't look like he was interested. So we'll see what happens there.
Must say, after watching the Broncos somehow be able to close this game out properly, I'm tempted to like my own post about Madge being a bad coach.
Yeah, I don't think it was his fault, mate.
No, I don't think Madge is bad at all. I think there's something seriously wrong with this playing group. They complain about Kevin Walters being too soft and then complain about Madge being too hard. They're like, fucking...
Tell you what it is, I think it's Carrigan. It's just the Queensland... Any Queensland rep player just fucking destroys a team. You see it with Munster, you see it with Harry Grant. It's happening with Carrigan. Just fucking Queensland, man.
Oh, they just don't get footy.
Yeah,
No, they don't.
Don't understand.
They never have. They never will.
Yeah, no, just definitely don't get it.
Up the Blues.
Talk about the team that won.
You talk about the players? Or...
Yeah, Cole Flanagan. Shane Flanagan's got this Dragons team actually playing decent footy. Clint Gutherson's come alive as a player.
He had his eel out on the table.
He really enjoyed this game.
He's had a really good season, I must say. Like, probably not so much in fantasy, but just actually in terms of footy, he has been pretty electric to watch and exactly what the Dragons needed.
Yeah. He's had his shit games, like where he just hasn't performed, but he is still 175 run meters. Like, plenty of try assists, line break assists. He's doing his thing. Like,
Gutherson's all heart.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
Yeah. Talk about some big injuries in this game. Dylan Egan, ACL. Like, it's devastating for a young fella for that to happen. Especially when he's playing so good. Does probably open the door for Hamish Stewart, though.
I thought Hamish Street was a good buy last week. I think even more so at this point.
Yeah, he might be around 13 buy for me.
Or yeah, but he's not going to be. He's not playing.
He's not playing
this week.
Not playing. Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty tempting. He's got that mid. He's priced at what 500k. What's that priced at? Let me get the calculator. I'm bad at math.
You can just like right click on his name if you got it up, mate.
He's priced at 37.
Yeah, no,
37.
roaring buy. That's actually pretty tempting. That could solve some issues from round 15, and because they play around 15 and 18, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yep.
Yeah. I think round 13 buy, screaming one even.
Yeah, I really like Hamish.
Agreed.
Well, the only thing is that by round 15, Couch will be back, or at least he's anticipated to be back.
Yeah, but like, I don't
think that affects him.
I don't think it'll matter too much. Yeah.
So the big thing is that he's getting 50 minutes as a minimum in that lock roll, and he's just going to make you money.
I think he's a roaring buy. Like I said I wanted to buy him last week, but just couldn't justify it to my team.
Yeah, he's gone from 377k to 500k in 3 weeks.
He's gone nuts.
That's fucked.
Yep.
Can we talk about one other Dragons player who's been electric? Jacob Little is the best hooker, not starting hooker.
How good is he, mate?
Yeah.
Oh my god, man, he's fucking insane. He is so over this. I don't know if somehow him playing off the bench is just like, makes the perfect environment to absolutely kill it, or what it is, or maybe he's just that pissed that Cook's got his spot and he's funneling that into his gameplay.
Look,
he is so good.
I really hope that Flanagan's seen how good Cook and Little on the field at the same time would be for his team after this week. Like,
that would hurt old Hamish, but yeah, no.
Like,
if somehow Little gets the lock spot for a bit, you'd be on it.
Yeah, you wanted to see what happens with Hamish. He might move into the prop role for a couple of weeks, and then that opens a spot for Little. But you need to be watching what's going on with this Dragon teams with all these injuries, mate.
But I also just don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to keep what they've got at the moment because it is working.
Yeah,
like Little has been so good off the bench.
That little fucking goosey he brought out on Ezra Mam too.
Yeah,
that was disgusting. Ugh.
Schooled him.
Got him.
Yeah. Ezra thought he was driving again. Crashed and burned.
He saw headlights, mate. He saw headlights.
Choked hard. Because he had Little covered for the pace, and then just Little was like, not today, son.
Oh man.
LKT down game. We probably knew this was going to happen. 16. Just need to ride this slow burn out, I think, until we can milk him for everything we can get from him.
At least I've made 80k on him already, so I'm not complaining too much.
Yep. Not bad at all. Anything else from this game? Both teams have buys this week, so nothing really relevant to talk about as in buying.
I just want to say I am gobsmacked that Piakura wasn't the roaring buy everyone thought he'd be. I'm just
At 12?
It shocks me to my core.
12 and 49?
I'm so surprised that Piakura wasn't amazing.
Yeah.
I nearly fucking bought him too.
I Scoop almost seduced me with his fancy words and numbers.
You say that, and he made 60k. So
he made 26.
He made
26k. Last week he made 60k.
I was gonna say, I was like, what the fuck?
26k. His break even's still 12. Like
it was negative 15. So he made money this week.
Yeah, I know.
Might not hit that break even this week. Next week.
It's gonna be rough. Right, it's gonna be rough.
Is there anything else worth talking about?
No, not this game. As I said, they both got a bye this week. They're both round 13 discussions.
Yeah, and just hopefully Haas gets injured.
Yeah,
as a non-owner still. Next game.
Your next game, Raiders Titans. Titans just look fucking terrible.
Yeah, they're a fraud of a club.
Just disgusting team. Bo Fermel is now going to Origin, so Tino's going to Origin. Like this team is going to get fucking pounded.
They're not playing this week.
Yeah, but they're still going to get pounded by the bye, mate.
Yeah, they're fucked.
Like,
I would still beat them.
They're the only club that's going to come out of the bye with a fucking loss, mate. Like, yeah, it's not looking good. Yeah,
That's it.
I got nothing else to say about him, man. Like Brimson went back to fullback. And
Brimson looked pretty good at fullback
he just
in
didn't
terms of
score.
actual play.
Yeah, he just didn't score
I've
well.
still fucking got him.
Have you?
Yeah, I've had Brimo all year. I think Eddie fucking traded him out.
I've traded
B,
him.
out of curiosity, how do you have so few
Yeah.
trades when you have all the players from round 1 still?
I've got
Are you
13 trades
trading
left.
the same players in and out?
I feel like some people have got less than me. I've got 13. I know fucking Eddie's lower than me, I think.
Yeah, but Eddie's not fantasy relevant this year. Okay?
Oh, they're fighting words.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eddie.
Wow.
I'm sorry, mate.
Nah, I
think,
know there's several people less than me.
I think you're relevant, mate.
Yeah,
Raiders.
Eddie, you're relevant.
Raiders. Let's have a chat about
Can we
Raiders.
talk about the halves first for Tits before we move on from them?
Why?
Because I know a lot of people are keen on JC. Is there any concern that his base is going to be a little bit lower because Fawn's now partnering him?
Nah, JC's still a buy next week, mate.
So you're content with it?
Yeah.
I think he did fine. I was curious to know people's thoughts on it.
No,
The only reason his score wasn't great is because he had so many negatives.
he's going to still be the highest averaging wing fullback, same as what we said all year. He's still a buy.
I agree with you. I just wanted to hear if anyone had any differing thoughts.
I didn't buy.
Because Fawn's not going to kick that much more than what he kicked.
He's
Brimson.
not a renowned big boot, so 400 kick meters to Campbell still. I think he's still a buy, mate.
Yeah.
Like Fogarty got 400 kick meters. So
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Raiders.
nothing else really to talk about in the Titans team. They don't play this week. Raiders, right? Let's get stuck into it. Joseph Tarpany, buy, 100%. Won't be playing Origin. Gunn, potential captain this week. Have to have him in. Corey Horsburgh, no Origin. If you've got him, you hold him. You're really happy.
Just hold him.
Yeah, really happy.
Buying him.
Wouldn't be buying him. No.
Xavier Savage.
No, I think he'll go. I think he might get in next.
Xavier Savage has gone to Origin. Is that what you're saying?
I was about to say bye.
Let's get Queensland on that. We got Robert Toyer. We may as well grab Savage too. Like who fucking knows, mate? No, don't buy Xavier Savage. Don't get baited.
Yeah, don't buy him.
One player that is a buy is Morgan Smithies.
Yeah,
That is my secret raider.
I rate it a lot. If I didn't have too many Raiders as is, I'd be very much considering buying Morgan Smithies.
Same.
If not just outright doing it.
Same.
But how many weeks
Dude,
is it?
He's fucking cheap now.
Yep.
Oh, and he's gonna do good. He's gonna do good with those minutes. How many? So they play only next 3 games, and then they have the bye, which is the issue.
Yep. If you don't have, I got 5 Raiders, man. Like I'm gonna have to sell someone.
I've got 5 of them.
So I'm gonna have to sell someone. That's probably gonna be Tamale, even though once again, Tamale did what he needed to do this game. You know, he got a try, 45. He's gonna be good over Origin. Zach Hosking, you a bit worried? Only got 70 minutes, mate.
No, not worried at all. I think it was just a lower game. I'm not worried about the minutes too much. As we saw at the beginning of the year, he can score fucking stupidly even in low min games.
Yep.
I think it was a lower PPM match. This one.
Yep.
I'm not concerned at all. And
70 run meters, you probably expect a little bit more from Zach. So
yeah, you want him getting closer to 100, but
yep.
I think he's going to be absolutely fine.
I was happy that he went into the lock and played some minutes in the middle. So
yeah. Again, I have no real issues. Like he got no offloads to hand, which is a big score boost. Only no tackle busts either. Like he'll come good. And the try was literally just an outright try, no line break.
I wouldn't be buying him though.
No, I think if you had to have bought him last week to be sticking on him, I think this week if you want to buy Raiders, you buy Morgan Smithies.
I agree completely. And then it's relying on how many you have. So Fogarty as well is a buy, right?
Yeah, if you need a half.
We need a half, and I think he is now cheaper than ICAT as well.
Yeah, he is.
I think so.
So if you can't afford ICAT, then you get a Timo version, which is Fogarty, which is crazy to think because like 3-4 weeks ago it was Fogarty over ICAT, but ICAT's just grown into such an amazing player that and he's in such good form. So, that's about it. Apart from your boy, Matty, say it again for me, B. How do you say it? There we go. Got himself a brace.
In that one.
Got himself a brace. So, a couple of tries. Got himself a 60. His break even's 20.
I have little stats to back up besides that he's played good 4 games in a row, and I want pods. That's my that's my only reasoning.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he has a good mustache, so therefore I must buy.
Oh, fuck that too, though. I'm just now seeing the photo.
Yeah.
Nah, but seriously, I don't know. I need to make some ranks somehow, and if he can keep scoring, I'm assuming the Raiders are going to be good over the Origin period. So fuck it, I'm just going to go for it.
I mean, good luck, mate.
Yes, I think that's all I can say. I personally don't like it, but
That's all right.
I'm going to barrack for you, mate.
Right.
I won't be jumping on with you, but I'll barrack for you.
Thank you.
So Raiders.
Him and Herbie are my centers.
So the Raiders this week are against the Wilds, mate. So you're going to have a bit of conflicting feelings about that, I reckon.
I know. Yeah, I do fucking love the Wires.
Yeah, especially
Morgan Smith is going to go well against the Wires, given the Wires just like to play through the middle.
Yeah, true.
Next game?
Yep, next game, which is the final game of the round, and a game
Fucking hell.
that was crazy in that Tyrrell May 109, Appy Coruscant 103. I can't remember the last time I seen 2 tons in the same team in the same game.
Yeah, that's absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Like, Terrell May really came out and made a statement about, like, fucking the Blues coach for not picking him. And Appy Coruscant did his best to carry this team to a victory.
Yep.
Like,
So we'll just go through Tyrrell May's stats for this game. He played 80 minutes in the middle. He had 1 line break assist, 63 tackles with no misses. Now, we've got
he had 1 negative. That's crazy.
1 negative, which was a 6 again, so it's not even a big one. It's a point.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got a bit of a Tyrrell May hater, I think. Secretly he is in Beluga. Come out and said that his 63 tackles were flops. Like he doesn't make the initial contact. He just waits and then tackles. Like the guy played 18 minutes and made 60 tackles. He got up and down off the ground 60 times in 80 minutes. Go out there and you do fucking 60 push-ups and then run 200 meters. Like
yeah, but Trent Loiero, he slows down the ruck real good, bro. He's a fucking animal.
Mate.
That's why he's in Origin and May's not. Fucking the ruck
speed. Actually do anything other than lay in the ruck and fucking
somehow
penalty? Get away without causing 6 agains.
Look, Trent Loiero
mate, Melbourne Storm, they don't get penalties against them.
Mate,
Trent, that's why he's fucking in Origin.
We didn't even talk about Trent Loiero, but he got like a 60 or something, like yesterday. I don't know, man. I can see why Queensland have picked him. He is that middle forward that just a tackle bot, but not for me.
We uploads Trent Loiero.
Yeah. I think the biggest snub of the Origin was Alex Seyfarth, mate.
Mate, I still think you're wrong. I still think it's Blake Taff.
Well, he's not even playing.
Oh,
so you
fuck
can't
now.
pick,
I agree with that more.
You can't pick him, mate. He's not even playing. At least Alex is on the field.
That's what would make a Blake Taff selection so good. It'd be so unexpected.
Mate.
So polarized.
Queensland wouldn't know what to do.
So
how do you game plan for a guy that hasn't played in weeks?
Yeah,
months.
Hasn't played he hasn't played in years at this point, has he? Did he even play?
Blake Taff's coming back with a whole new game.
Yeah.
Developed in Rezzies, unknown
He's
to the
also
greater NRL.
6'6", and black now.
That'll be what does it. You know what I mean? That's you know what? That's how we get fucking Mully into the Queensland time. So just call him Blake Taff.
Why am I imagining Blake Taff and blackface now?
Oh, stop it! We're definitely getting banned.
Wow, we're getting banned.
Yeah.
You're the ones who fucking suggested it.
So Tiger, I'm gonna go out on limb and say Tigers threw this game away.
Oh, Galvin had a shocker. Absolute shocker.
Rocks and diamonds from Galvin. Eh? He did some amazing shit and then did some real dumb shit in the same game.
Oh man, it's nuts. Like I do not think he played a good game at all. Like how he let Campbell Graham was phenomenal this game, by the way. But Galvin somehow letting Campbell Graham catch up and then get his arm to the ball and dislodge it to save the game.
Yep.
That's a wild save by Campbell Graham, who deserves all the props and getting into the Blues team like he has. But man, fucking Lachlan Galvin needs to fucking wake up to himself if he thinks he's better than the club and can't even ice the game when it matters most.
Well, I think you'll find Lachlan Galvin will not be at the Tigers very long. I'm just going to say that right now.
Just on Lachlan Galvin. So before he did that set where he almost scored a try, he absolutely butchered an overlap.
Yep.
And then when it came to that point where he went and scored through the try, he absolutely butchered the pass again, holding it too long, so the overlap was gone. And he's just because Jaden Sullivan absolutely fucked up a tackle on him was the only reason Lachlan Galvin actually got through and got to the try line before Campbell Graham caught up with him.
Yeah.
Lachlan Galvin in that final 5 minutes was not good and was absolutely fumbling the ball.
Now,
seriously, this whole game comes down to Api Koisel absolutely murdering the Bunnies from halfway across the pitch.
Yeah. Now, I will say one thing, though. I don't think that's Lachlan Galvin's fault. That Jerome Luai should be taking this team in the last 5 minutes, not leaving it to Lachlan Galvin.
I'm with you.
That's
Jerome Luai has been very disappointing at 7. But saying that, Galvin, with that overlap, when he's demanding to be paid, to go to a better club and likely be close to $1 million, should be icing those overlaps.
Yeah, 100%.
But Jerome Luai, I'm very concerned about how the Tigers are going to go. And my Tigers mate was saying that he thinks Api Koisel should be playing 7, but Jerome Luai is not doing the general managing stuff he's meant to be doing at 7. Or he's not doing it well enough.
Yeah. Now, I don't think there's much else to talk about the Tigers, so let's just talk about possibly the biggest buy next week. For me.
2 of them.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to wait and see if UNA can get centre before I buy him. But, yeah, he is a buy.
Yeah, fair.
Keon Koloamatangi, because that's how I say his name, because he can lick me all day. 80 minutes, 286 run meters, 50 tackles. He only had 1 miss. Guy was a fucking beast, mate.
That was one of the best performances I've seen in the middle. He was insanely good.
Yeah.
I think he's better in the middle than he is on an edge. I don't think it's close.
Talking around the Discord, if he had moved to the middle round 8, I think he's 100% in Origin. And the one thing that scares me is that he goes to Origin for game 2.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that. I also don't know if he'll stay in the middle. I think he's shown previously he doesn't like playing in the middle for whatever reason and wants to be an edge player.
Oh, he has to be, man. Look how good he is.
I know, but we saw this last year as well, and he kept going back to an edge.
Yeah.
And like the news I have is because he wants to be an edge player. He doesn't want to play in the middle.
Yeah, maybe that's true, but they don't have middles right now. Jai Arrow and Koloamatangi just dominated that game in the middle. So, I don't know, man.
I think it's unconfirmed, but Beluga's also come out and said that Koloamatangi's tackles were not real tackles either. They were just a bunch of flop tackles. Unconfirmed whether that's true. I don't know if I'm just making that up, but it sounds like something he'd say.
Bit of some hot news in the Discord right now. JC has dropped a fucking landmine saying he might go Garrick. So for someone who hates Garrick with every fibre of his body, if he buys Garrick, I'd be jumping on him if I didn't know him.
I'm fucking jumping on him too.
So just watch that space.
Garrick HA.
Oh, don't even go there, mate. Shut your face. The only reason that
should we talk about our boy Latrell?
Do we have to?
Our resident McDonald's CEO.
I was gonna say, did he get a sponsorship out of this game? Look, he played well, man.
He did until he got stepped by Appy Coruscant twice.
Yeah, but like, that's Appy, man.
He actually played really well this game. I have been critical of Latrell a lot in recent years because I don't think his positioning and his effort as a fullback has been too great at times. But this game, he was everywhere in the right spots and he was running to get into the right spots. He was really good.
And his kick meters were up. So, yeah. Yeah, I liked Latrell in this game. He was playing well. Definitely someone I need to look at after Origin. So, yeah. Jamie Humphries had a bounce. We knew he would, though. Bounce back with a 50 with a good score. So he's definitely someone you want to look at in a couple of weeks once his break even's down if you need a half. Much like we spoke about with Burton, plays a lot of the bye rounds. So
I think I'd rather Burton than Humphries, to be honest.
I don't know, man. I think
honestly, I was going to say the opposite.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at.
I like the goal kicking. Goal kicking's a big help.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. A better player.
Humphries just seems to be more involved.
Yeah.
Is he though? All he's got here is kick meters, really. Kick meters and tackles.
So he's got a base, which Burton doesn't really... Not as high.
Burton's
not as high.
Humphries got 49 with 8 points worth of turnover tackles.
Yeah. Yep. But
we could see what he was doing earlier in the season, though, too.
No try.
Yeah, you can, but that was no Latrell.
Yeah, so no goal kicking, right? And that's why I'm saying again, for the bye rounds, when Latrell's off at Origin, Humphries probably gets his goal kicking back.
I'd probably still say Burton.
Yeah.
Because I think Burton has a chance of becoming a keeper.
Yeah.
Humphries doesn't.
Well, yeah. I mean, Humphries will also be cheap by the time we get to that Bulldogs game.
Yeah, I think that's also a fair point.
Yeah, Humphries will be cheaper. So, I think that's about it. Ewan Aiken, I'm waiting to see if he gets centre position. If he gets that, I'm all aboard. I'm grabbing him. It'll be Dylan Lucas and Ewan Aiken as my centres for the rest of the year.
I read it.
So, anything else? Is there? I don't think there's any other buyers.
No, these teams aren't really filled with buys, in my opinion. Also, Lockler and Hubner, if you own them, it's probably time to get off this.
Look, I will caveat that with you need to have the trades up your sleeve because he is going to be useful for you.
I don't know how useful he's going to be if he's scoring you a 30.
25.
Mate, a 30 is
better than a 0. Yeah, I agree with that.
Jay-Z's convinced that Hubner is an amazing IRL player, which I don't doubt, but fantasy-wise, he's nothing explosive.
He's all effort. He's all effort and all heart, which is all that matters.
Yeah.
He is someone
he doesn't...
Yeah.
You go.
No, I'm just saying, man, he plays the next 6 games straight.
Yeah, and in total, he'll play maybe like 30 minutes a game.
Yeah, but you stick him in the emergencies, man. You don't, he's not going to lose money.
He might.
Oh, I doubt it, man. I doubt it. I think his spot in the team is pretty.
He lost 6K this week.
Yeah, but he put on 6K last week, so you never know, man. He might get a 40 and you get 6K back, right? He's
starting to leak.
Yeah, his break even's 34. He's priced at 32. he is a sell.
He didn't get 34 this week.
No, but like we got 33, mate. It was one less. Like you're talking like he got a 15, like a Peter Cora. But like
I had to play him. It felt like a 15.
he did have 6 missed tackles. Like, but he does have a missed tackle in him. He's got,
that's pretty on the par, isn't it, for
Yeah.
what he's done this season?
yeah,
What is he averaging for
All
missed
effort.
tackles this season?
3
All effort.
3 missed tackles. Look, I can just say, if I was in B's position and I only had 13 trades left, or what have you got, mate? I wouldn't be selling Hubner.
I've already fucking dumped him, bro. I dumped
I
him
know.
2 weeks ago.
I'm just saying, like, if I was right now, if I had only had 13 trades left, I would not be selling Lachlan Hubner. I'd be keeping the Pornhub around.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? You're saying I'm in a bad position?
You're a fucking atrocious position, Pete. That's not sugarcoated, man.
You make Eddie look good.
Yeah, dude. See?
Oh, fucking hell. Come on, boys. Come on. I'm catching up to him. I'm 4 points behind him now. 4 points.
It's actually
I'm
that close.
overtaking him. Yes, I've been hunting him down all season.
That can't be real. I need to check
No
this.
way.
No, I
You're
swear to you,
actually
man.
catching up with Eddie.
I need to
Check
fact
overall,
check.
I'm catching up. I'm
need-
catching up to everyone.
I need to
I'm gonna
fact
be in the
check.
top 10 soon.
I need to fact check this.
You're not catching up to me. I'm coming down to you. Okay, get it right.
Yeah. We'll meet in the middle.
He is actually only 4 points behind Eddie. After
Eddie, watch out, brother.
Eddie, mate, here's a bit of advice. This is how you get away from B. You buy Jack Howarth again. I know it hurt you before.
Oh, don't,
I'm
man.
feeling
Come on, that's enough. That's enough. I just want to check one thing before we finish the Eddie hate, though. Is he back?
Eddie hasn't had Haas all season, and he's
Mate.
still ahead of me. So
Mate.
can't shit on him too bad.
Eddie,
But I haven't had Haas all season.
Eddie, Adrian
And you're in fucking way up there.
Buttery is now 90 points in front of you, mate. Fucking pull your finger out, cunt. All right. On that note,
Poor Eddie. Just got
Yeah,
dumped
dude.
off for no reason.
look, we love you, Eddie, mate. We wouldn't have you any other way.
Eddie, I look up to you. This is why I'm trying to hunt you down and overall.
B, next week you'll be looking down on him.
Oh, stop it. All right.
It's the Master Oogway moment.
Yeah. Right. So
I'm the Dragon Warrior.
Jay-Z absolutely pumping it. Rank 11. He's doing really, really good. Cozzy did Cozzy move into top 100 as well?
I think that isn't him and Phil
I
both up
think
there.
he's like,
Let me just check.
yeah, I think they're both top 100.
Like, it's just team's absolutely killing it. So really good. We just need to pull our fingers out, boys. This rank 1700 is just not going to do it for me.
Aussie's on
You're almost up to
10,
me,
6,
mate.
5, 1.
I'm only a few hundred ahead of you.
You're 23 points ahead of me, mate.
Yeah.
Not a few hundred. Just
I
relax.
said a few hundred
Ranks.
ranks.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, I'm tracking down I'm tracking down Scoop, mate. That's my nemesis this year. I had to try and beat Scoop.
At the beginning of my season, my nemesis was Jay-Z. I think I'm going to change that now to someone a little bit more beatable.
Yeah, dude, no one's beating Jay-Z.
Can I pick Eddie for my pride?
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
fuck
Right.
you.
Poor bloke.
Wow.
Pick
Eddie,
someone,
we love you.
pick someone like last
Maybe
year's
not Rudes.
pick someone like last year's champion, bro. Dees. Poor bloke. 23k. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Do you any last words of wisdom from you, B?
Fuck the Storm. They've lost 3 in a row, including their 2 buys. They've got another bye this week, unfortunately, so we can't watch them lose again. But yeah, fuck the Storm. Up the Blues.
Good to see your boy back in the Origin team, mate, on the wing. You gonna be frothing for that?
Oh, I'm very happy. I heard a little rumor. I don't know if someone was just spewing shit, but I thought that Brian might miss out. But then obviously with Kiraz going down anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, fuck, I'm very excited for the game. Very excited.
With all the injuries that have happened last week, I just hope everyone gets through the fucking round this week, man. I can't afford any more injuries. So
How many trades have you guys got, real quick? Last thing.
I got 16 left
Oh, fuck. Before you've done trades or after?
after I've done trades.
Oh, fuck.
So 15
Really?
after 15 after I've done trades, and that's bringing Tedesco and Fanua Blake, who I should not have to trade back out unless they get injured.
Yeah, that's fair.
And we know that Rudley doesn't want to talk about his trade situation.
I've got 14 after I do my trades.
That's not as bad as I thought.
You guys are shitting on me. You're only 1 and 2
That's a
above
lot.
me.
That's a lot,
Yeah,
man.
well-
You guys are acting like, yeah, sure. It is.
That's a lot, man.
I'm not gonna have to trade out Timokov for the rest of the season, so he's a keeper now.
That's because you will have no trades. That's not because you don't want to get rid of him.
He's forced into being a keeper.
All right. Thanks. If you've lasted 90 minutes listening to this shit, go Rudley.
Last bit of wisdom for the day. Blake Taff for game 2.
Mate, shut your face.
Shout out Taff. Shout out Taff.
All right.
Taff, if you want to join us in the pod, come get a hold of me.
Yes, please.
Oh my
Please.
god. Yeah, alright, I'm missing that one. Thanks for listening. If you've put up with 90 minutes of this shit, you've done amazing. Leave us a comment on what you're actually doing this week with your team. We're really interested to see what sort of trades are going on with the absolute mayhem. How many fucking Raiders do you have? Let us know. Alright. See ya.